Okay, they have had a new delivery here in St James Place, so we'll go through some of them. Got a gold member there, North v South, I don't know what that is. They've got the usual Spikies there, plus Che. Hollywoodland, oh, I've not seen this one in Poundland before. Never seen that film, so that's interesting. A couple more 3D titles, Stakeland, Mordecai there, Last Exorcism, too scary for me. Wesley Snipes, of course, Wild Card. The Walk, brilliant. So that's another top title. Chernobyl Diaries, got that. That's a great film. Man Down, one copy of Man Down. Yeah, there's Paranormal Activity there. Gold member. The Tourist. No, I'll leave that one. The Lost Boys, brilliant. So yeah, got some good new titles there. Okay, so picked up a couple of titles in there. Surprised they've actually got some in. This is the Poundland down at the new St James shopping complex. So picked up 3 titles. So I'll show you what I got after the cinema. I'm about to pop in to see A Quiet Place, which apparently is a really good film, but very quiet. Apparently there's no soundtrack, there's hardly any music, hardly any dialogue, so I better not get any popcorn because that might be too noisy. But I did get some Buttermintos, so I need to suck on them so that I don't cough, because that's the last thing you want in a very quiet film, some arsehole coughing their guts up. Plus also I'll do the occasional crunch on some Maltesers. And I'll get a cup of tea while I'm in there. So anyway, looking forward to seeing the film. I'll give you my little review when I come out. Plus I'll show you what Blu-rays I picked up. So I'll see you in about, I think it's about 2 hours. See you in a little while.
Two hours later.
Mucky buggers. Hello, Mr. Siegel. What the fuck are you doing on my bonnet, you piece of shit? Get the fuck off my bonnet. Do you want me to come out there and give you a fucking pasting? You little bastard. Piss off. I'm enjoying my chips. Do you think after what you've left on my car this week, you're going to get any fucking chips? Scram, you yellow-beak bastard. It's called backing up, you lazy bastard. You fucking lazy arseholes. I live on a T-junction, and years ago, everybody used to back the car up the road, because you couldn't get out at the top and you can just turn around. More and more these days I've noticed people just driving forwards straight up the road rather than backing up. People are lazy bastards. Anyway, we are going to get on to a quiet, I was going to call it a quiet room then. A Quiet Place. Starring and directed by John Krasinski. I'll get that name right, yes. John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. Mary Poppins. Well, what did I think of it? Because people know that I'm not a real big horror fan. And this, I wouldn't exactly put this into a horror genre. It's more of along the lines of a thriller. It's a bit of a scare thing, a scare beast, but yeah, I would put this into a thriller. Like it kind of reminded me of Signs as well, with a house out in the middle of nowhere, you know, with all the cornfields that they had, and kind of Cloverfield because of the kind of like creatures. Now I'm going to try not to give too much away on this, too much as a spoiler, so we'll avoid the spoilers. But what I will say, this was a really good, well put together, in my opinion, Fright Fest. Because everybody knows I don't like scary movies. But this did make me jump. This made me jump quite a few times. And although I don't think we had the best atmospherics in the theatre, because there wasn't a lot of sound going around me, to the sides, but nothing overhead and nothing behind. So even though the volume was loud, but the film started off, the theatre forgot to turn the sodding lights down, so somebody had to go out 5 minutes into the film and get them to turn the lights down because it was too bright in there. Damn you, Cineworld, get your act together. If it's not Ashford Cineworld fucking up, it's Dover's. I love you, View. Anyway. Hey, somebody's backing up the road. Brownie points for you. Right, so, yes, the acting. The acting, I think, was brilliant. Especially John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. But also the kids. Especially the eldest daughter. Because she's deaf. Oh, yeah, spoiler. She's deaf in the film. So everything is all done through the family with sign language, which is very well done. Obviously, they must have studied sign language and all that. Otherwise, they'd get people going, well, that's not what he's saying. But the eldest daughter was really good. And what I liked was when they showed it from each person's perspective. Bloody cars, auto start. Well, yeah, when they showed it from each person's perspective, when they showed it from the eldest daughter, silence, absolute nothing, because she was deaf. So it's as if we were actually in her body looking out and, well, not hearing, but experiencing it. So, and that was very clever. That was a very clever thing to do. I love the way that when they lived in the big house, in order to not use any sound at all, things were replaced. Like Monopoly, a Monopoly board, which instead of having all these wooden pieces or metal pieces, they replaced them with like little pieces of fabric and things like that. Although there was a scene on with the Monopoly board that fucking made me nearly fall out of my chair. Thank you very much. Oh, good job I wasn't holding any popcorn. So yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised. They didn't show the creatures too much too soon until the end of the film. And they were ugly bastards. But they were very... I liked the design of them. They were kind of a cross between like Cloverfield and Alien and a Demogorgon. That kind of thing. But very well done. The CGI was great for the creatures. Oh, excuse me. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was 90 minutes, so it was quite a short film compared with most films these days. But it didn't fly by. It felt like I was sitting through a 2-hour movie, but I didn't get bored one bit. So I really enjoyed this film. And there was a trailer at the beginning for a film called Hereditary. Now, that might be the next kind of like scary filmish that I'll go and see, because it did look good. But I think that's going to scare the bejesus out of me. But we'll give it a try anyway. So I liked a lot of A Quiet Place. As I say, the chemistry between the kids, the chemistry between themselves, the kids and the kids. And the parents and the kids and the parents and the parents and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm talking about. Very well done. I really enjoyed it. So I am going to give A Quiet Place 5 big Paulies. Yeah, 5 big Paulies. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I can't wait to get the Blu-ray or the 4K. And I hope to God that they stick either a DTS-X or a Dolby Atmos soundtrack on it, because I want to get that in the Emporium upstairs and crank that volume up and just and have no interruptions. So yeah, 5 big Paulies. Go and see it. It is a bloody good film. I loved it. So, okay, as for my pickups in Poundland, as you saw, they'd had a new delivery in there. Quite a few new ones. And this is the store that's in St James shopping complex. So the last time we went in there, they didn't have any. They just had DVDs. So anyway, I picked up 3. I'm just going to go through the ones that I picked up. First one I picked up is an oldish film. Never seen it, but I remember it coming out. And it was Ben Affleck, Diane Lane, Bob Hoskins and Adrian Brody. And it's Hollywoodland. And I suppose this is kind of like I suppose this feels a bit like LA Confidential, maybe, in the way that it looks. Obviously, because I think it's set sometime in the 50s, maybe. Yeah, so I think it's an old Blu-ray because it's got one of these old menus that they used to do years ago. You know, the way that they set it up. But this was actually 2011, so it is quite a while ago. So I'm definitely going to want to give that a try. Oh yes, that is right, isn't it? Ben Affleck plays George Reeves, TV Superman. I remember that now, yeah. So I'm looking forward to watching that one. Next one I picked up came in a lovely black case, even though it's a Blu-ray, not a 4K. And it's Jason Statham in Wild Card, which I've not heard of before. I think some of these Jason Statham movies kind of like slip under the radar and don't go to the cinema, go straight to DVD. But he stars as a Las Vegas bodyguard with a lethal professional skills and personal gambling problem and all that kind of stuff. So I love Vegas. So if it's a film set in Vegas, then that's good for me. And the last pickup is a film that I don't actually have on Blu-ray, but is a film that I do like. And I actually like the entire series, and I want to hopefully try and collect the entire series. And that is Final Destination 2. You can't cheat death twice. How many times did they cheat death? About 5 times, wasn't it? But yeah, I loved the Final Destination movies. Great films they are. That's one of my guilty pleasures, the old Final Destination movies. Anyway, so there's my 3 pickups. Yes, only 3, but at least it's some. Now that will get added to the ever-expanding pile of Blu-rays in the, I'll have to call it the Poundland bin. And then maybe, I've just thought of an idea. I'm going to get a big basket, shove them all in like they do with the Best Buy. Is it the Best Buy bin where you get all the cheap ones? I'm just going to throw them all in, close my eyes and just dig down and pick one out and watch it. Because I think that will be much better doing it that way than saying, okay, today I'm going to watch this. Because I won't know what to expect. Good thought, Paul. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video and my little review of A Quiet Place. Give the video a thumbs up. Tell me what you thought of the film down below if you've seen it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye everyone.